All right, Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Dumb honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Honors to all you fellow laborers that are enduring afflictions, kicking his word in sincerity and in faith. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Barakathum to all you sincere listeners. Okay, we're in World War III. Okay, we're in the midst of World War III, and it looks like it's about to pick up, it's about to intensify. As I'm sure, you know, the brothers you're familiar with, Trump decided to pull the plug on the Iran nuclear deal, which, hey, that's to be expected because the so-called white man never lives up to his end of the bargain. Okay, he's a truce breaker. And what this is doing is this is infuriating traditional American allies. All right, and this is all according to biblical prophecy. You know, you got you people out here, you don't believe in the Most High, you're atheist, you're agnostic. Okay, you're a so-called liberal. Okay, you think this is predictive programming, and you know, you're just you women, you're just sluts. All right, you dudes, you're just homos. And what's gonna happen real soon is this place is gonna be destroyed, man. That's gonna be the end goal of America, man. All right, this place is gonna go up in flames, and this is just the beginning of it. All right, EU leaders decry Trump's withdrawal from Iran deal, vow to work together to maintain it. European leaders wasted no time in denouncing U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to withdraw from the 2015 Iran nuclear deal. Major European allies have already condemned the decision and vowed to keep to the original terms. British Prime Minister Theresa May issued a joint statement on behalf of the UK, French, and German government saying that they all regret President Trump's decision to withdraw from the agreement. May called for restraint on all sides as geopolitical tensions reach fever pitch across the globe. May urged the U.S. to avoid obstructing its allies who wish to continue with the original terms of the deal and called on Tehran to have restraint in response to the decision by the U.S. Yeah, because the U.S. doing that calls for strokes, man. That calls for war. Because it's not just them pulling out of pretty much what the deal entails is stricter sanctions, man. Those sanctions coming back on Iran, which when you pronounce sanctions on an administration, man, that it's not just for a few people, man. The whole nation suffers from that, and then the nation, they feel some type of way. So if the government don't handle it, guess what, man? They're in danger of having a revolution, man, a uprising. Hey, and them people of Iran, them Persians, man, they correctly identify that you so-called white people over here in America are the problem, man. Okay, they understand. That's why they call you the Great Satan. That's why they say death to America, which Trump, he referenced that, man. Oh, we can't have nobody saying death to America. Man, fuck America. America promotes nothing but wickedness, okay? You got trannies out here, just faggots, just sluts, lost souls. Okay, and then you persecute the prophets, man. Okay, you people of America. All right, let me read a little bit more. Macron said he and the other top European leaders intended to develop a broader agreement covering both Iranian nuclear activity and ballistic missile development. I'm gonna jump down. This is from the High Representative of the EU Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, Federica Mogherini, said, "I am particularly worried by the announcement tonight of new sanctions. The European Union is determined to preserve it. Together with the rest of the international community, we will preserve this nuclear deal." Yeah, so, you know, there's more, but, you know, that's point made, all right? This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 15. Actually, let me go to 16. "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast." Now, the 10 horns represents the European Union, and the beast represents NATO. So it says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast." Why? Because the EU and NATO, they're intertwined. Okay, with the exception of a few nations, it's pretty much the same thing. Okay, the only thing is NATO has the United States, Canada, and Turkey in it. Okay, whereas the EU doesn't. Yet it's the same power structure. So in the 10 horns, the so-called white man's power structure, the devil. "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore." Now the whore symbolizes America. Okay? and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Yeah, so the whore is what? The whore that the whore that sitteth upon many waters. Let me read it. Revelation 17:1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And what do the waters represent? Verse 15. And he said unto me, The waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Yeah, because America rules over all these nations. Okay. Well, verse 18, and the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Now, is that not America? Okay, that's why American policy is everywhere. American culture is everywhere. Yet what's going to happen is your own allies are going to hate you. Okay, they're gonna burn this place with fire, man. They're going to shoot missiles over here. And you see why? Because pretty much America's making it hot for everybody, in particular Donald Trump. Let me get a precept on that. And we're ready, man. We're ready to see this place destroyed, man. This is a vexing kingdom. A queendom, I should say. This is Sirach 8:15. Travel not by the way with a bold fellow. And Donald Trump, he's a bold fellow. Okay, he wakes up, whatever's on his mind, he just tweets it, man. And he acts like he's Billy Badass. Clint Eastwood, John Wayne. He's in that type spirit. Lest he become grievous unto thee. And Trump is becoming grievous unto his allies. That's why they're saying, well, look, man, what are you doing? We're gonna preserve this agreement. For he will do according to his own will, and thou shalt perish with him through his folly. Yeah, and them nations, they understand that. Okay, in particular Germany, because they've steady been announcing the United States, and they speak out against the racism of the so-called white man. They said, well, look, all you're doing is just bombing these brown nations, people of color nations. And they know that the world is rising up against the so-called white man. So they're trying to play it cool. Because they can see that they'll perish with America through Trump's folly, man, through America's folly. So what are they going to do? What are they doing right now? They're linking up to make sure that doesn't happen, man. And eventually, they're going to shoot missiles, man. All right, Trump promises... Yeah, I'm gonna read a few articles because there's a lot. This is a big thing. This ain't no minuscule step. All right, this is gonna be one of the main catalysts for the intensification of World War III, man. While you idiots are watching Dancing with the Stars, you all preoccupied with the NBA. Your whole life's about chasing a hoe, turning up on the weekend. This place is about to get nuked. Trump promises Iran highest level of sanctions, bigger problems if nuclear research continues. And they said, and the dude from Iran, he said that it was going to continue anyways, man. Okay, so they testing him. Because their whole thing is, hey, look, this is for peaceful process. This is for peaceful purposes, man. So what right do you have to impose sanctions on us? Trump has promised the highest level of sanctions on Iran after announcing the U.S. is leaving the nuclear deal. He promised Tehran bigger problems than it has ever had before if it develops nuclear weapons. There Trump go, being a bold fellow. Trump called the agreement a decaying and rotten structure, defective at its core, which did little to limit Iran's nuclear enrichment and provided the government in Tehran with cash to fund its malign behavior across the Middle East. Therefore, I am announcing today that the U.S. will withdraw from the Iran nuclear deal, Trump said. Today's action sends a critical message. The U.S. no longer makes empty threats. When I make promises, I keep them. You mean to tell me this ain't a bold fellow? This is a proud man right here. Powerful U.S. sanctions against Iran will go into full effect, Trump said. And any country that aids Tehran's nuclear or missile programs will find itself sanctioned as well. Now, wait a second. Who is that? Russia. All right. If Iran continues developing nuclear weapons, it will have bigger problems than it has ever had before. And I'm going to jump down. The U.S. president concluded his remarks on a strangely conciliatory note, saying he would be ready and willing to talk if the Iranian leadership decided to make a new and lasting deal. And really what he wants is a new leadership. They want regime change, just like they want in Syria. That's why they've been there for all these years, because they want regime change. They want Assad out of there. And they want, I believe, the guy's Khomeini, the Ayatollah, they want him out of there, man. There has been enough suffering, death, and destruction. Let it end now before signing the presidential memorandum withdrawing the U.S. from the JCPOA. U.S. sanctions will be reimposed over the next 3 to 6 months, the Treasury Department said following Trump's announcement. Iran will be barred from buying or acquiring U.S. dollars after 90 days. After that, sanctions will also be reimposed on sales of steel and coal, aluminum, the automotive sector, and passenger aircraft parts and services. Financial and oil-related sanctions will be back in place after 180 days. Yeah, and then the scriptures say, I'm going to paraphrase, he that keepeth back his, from making money pretty much slayeth him. It's in the Apocrypha. I'm misquoting it. I'm paraphrasing it. It's something to that effect. So pretty much, Trump is slaying them, man. Okay, by pretty much crippling their economy. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me. If I can't find it in 30 seconds, I'll just move on. Maybe it's the 20th. Wait, no, let me look. Let me look for it here, because that's what them sanctions do. Well, yeah, something to that effect. If I can find it, or if one of you brothers find it, you can place it. Yeah, man, but this thing is picking up, man. Hey, and Esau is divided. All right, this is Mark 3:24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end. That's right, and we're at the end of the so-called white man. So-called white man's rulership. And it's evident by even his own people, okay? Telling him that he's tripping, all right? This is back in on RT. Israeli military on high alert. Reservists and bomb shelters primed over Iran activity in Syria. See? So this is all happening at one time. Israel's military is on high alert after allegedly spotting irregular Iranian military involvement in Syria, with reservists caught up in bomb shelters in the Golan Heights ready in anticipation of an Iranian attack. Israel has deployed its defense system, and Israeli forces are on high alert for an attack, according to the military statement. The preparations come just as President Donald Trump announced sweeping sanctions against Iran, as well as the U.S. withdrawal from the 2015 nuclear deal. On Sunday, Israeli media reported that the Israeli military and intelligence services had identified preparations being made by Iranian forces, including Hezbollah and local Shiite militias, for an attack against Israeli military targets in the north. Yeah, so, hey, man, we're in a time of war. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that. Ecclesiastes, 3rd chapter. Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. Now, obviously, we're not in a time of peace. Okay, we're in a time of war, and these new sanctions that are being imposed upon the Iranian people, this is going to escalate the war, man. This is going to further escalate World War III. Because people say, look, World War III is on the horizon. No, we're in World War III. It's just going to pick up even more, man. And Barak Yal Bashim Yal Shah for that, man. Okay? Because all these things must come to pass for the kingdom to come. All right, I got one last precept. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 46. Unless your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor. Yeah, there's been wars and rumors of wars, okay? And there's been rumors about Syria and Israel and Iran for years. And this is before I even came into truth, man. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that in another year shall come a rumor. Yeah, wars, rumors of wars. Okay, there's been the little skirmishes and whatnot. And violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Yeah, so eventually violence is going to break out on a higher scale. Okay, just like them Israelis, they hit that Syrian site recently. Man, everything is falling into place. But that's it, don't want to make it too long. Hopefully it's edifying. All praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. And may this thing pick up soon, and may Russia get involved soon. Shalom to the elect.